But other weird things in this game, Jennings and Kyle Shanahan having a little spat on the sideline right before halftime. And both men discussed it after the game, being like, it's just two competitive guys going after each other.
Sure.
But that's what Kyle said. Then they asked Jauan Jennings, and his response was, yeah, you have to ask Kyle about that. And they're like, well, we did. And he said it was just two competitive guys going after each other. He's like, yeah, you could say that, but you have to ask him about that. And then Jauan Jennings reveals, like, I'm dealing with a lot right now. I got 5 broken ribs. And it feels like he's kind of insinuating that he's out there. He's doing everything he can. I'm sure he's frustrated with not having a lot of productivity in the offense right now and wants to hit his incentives to get a new contract or look good going into free agency. And Kendrick Bourne is taking a shine right now. So I think there's a little animosity, and it all stems from, the training camp injury and if he actually had a calf injury or whatnot. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think things are a little weird between Kyle Shanahan and Jauan Jennings right now, even though Kyle's making it seem like it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing what just an off season can do where you cause a little drama. Like when he committed, especially that penalty, which was the pick play, and he's just staring over the defensive back. That was a situation where 49er fans would have lauded him for that play. Like, penalty, worth it. But now that Jennings is acting up like this, and along with that little report from Cam Inman just heading into halftime, I think people are really fed up with Jennings at this point, because if you're just going to sit there and complain, then come on, what are we doing here? What was it about? Not getting enough targets, them going after Demarcus Robinson instead of him, even though Demarcus Robinson that was, God, that had to have been also for Shanahan, just from Shanahan's standpoint, that had to have been one where it's like, okay, I'm on the sideline. I got my veteran wide receiver here who's complaining about something. I got the other veteran wide receiver excited to get him back after his suspension. I got this guy dropping the football right in front of my feet. I think that had something to do with Shanahan lashing out at Jennings. I really think that's when he reached his boiling point there. And you go back and watch the replay, same look he had when Jake Moody missed a field goal. He puts his hands up and does this thing, and he's just trying to contain whatever emotion that he wants to show because he's the head coach. But Robinson right there, 5 feet in front of him, just dropping that pass blatantly going out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, it was a frustrating game for a lot of reasons. Just, Fred Warner getting hurt and, the offensive line having probably their worst performance of the season as far as pass protection. And yeah, I know Kyle says I don't go into a game with the plan being that we're going to throw for 345 yards and not run the football. He wants to run the football. He kind of plays it off like it's just how the game goes sometimes. But he wants to run the ball, and they have to find a way to have some balance to this offense. If they don't, it's going to be just the same result every week where, you're trying to come back in games, the defense gives up yardage, and you're just trying to slow down the game, but you're not able to because Christian McCaffrey or Brian Robinson, I mean, they don't even run Isaac Orendo or Jordan James, the rookie out there, which I don't blame them because I don't think they deserve to be on the field right now. But you see what's going on with the Eagles, and they're now running very well with Saquon. But at least they change it up every now and then where, all right, Saquon, he gets the bulk of the carries, but they'll change it up with A.J. Dillon or Will Shipley. Shanahan doesn't trust anybody in that running back room. It's Brian Robinson for maybe 5 carries a game, and then Isaac Orendo. You're not even good enough to have kickoff duties. That's Brian Robinson's job for a little bit of time. I don't know if you noticed that during the game. And, yeah, it just doesn't look good offensively. And, by the way, you brought up the broadcast. Jim Nantz. Even Jim Nantz noticed that Sky Moore is fielding the ball on the 9-yard line. What are you